How many times have we come across successful elderly people and asked them or witnessed somebody ask them the same questions? Sir, ma'am, what is the key to your success? Sir, ma'am, what do you regret most in life? And a lot of times they'll say, the key is live life to the fullest. Don't sweat the little things. Spend more time with your kids. That's also one of the biggest regrets. I regret not having spent more time with my kids. I regret not having told them more how much I love them and how much I cherish time with them. Now I want to expand on that. I want to talk about how engaging with your kids, even if it's just a little bit, can have a drastic effect on their lives and yours. And we're going to start right now. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's economy, it feels like we're either dealing with burnout from working too much, bore out from feeling like your job is pointless, or both in a stiff search for a decent gig. In any case, taking the time to parent your kids and everything from changing diapers, helping with homework, or even playtime can feel more like a chore than time well spent in shaping your kids' future. It's important to keep it real in that a lot of us have kids to check a box in the master outline of our lives. You get a degree, you get a job, maybe get married, buy a house, and then have kids is the typical game plan most of us envision in our lives, or at least are taught to envision for ourselves, except having kids is the part where it's both about you and not about you. We do right by our kids and work hard to provide their every need, but oftentimes without realizing that we're still checking off a box. Wake my kid up, change his diaper, feed him, get him dressed, take him to daycare or school, feed him dinner, give him a bath, brush his teeth, put him to bed, repeat. Or if he's older, wake him up, have him get ready, pour him cereal, send him to school, check his homework, order dinner, call it a night, repeat. Now this is not to minimize parenting by any stretch of the imagination. Parenting is fucking hard. But by the same token, to paraphrase Elon Musk, our kids didn't ask to be born. We made that decision for them. They owe us nothing. We owe them everything. This includes a quality of life beyond that of material things. Our kids deserve to feel like you care to sit down and play toys with them. Like you care to know who they sat next to at lunchtime. Like you care to watch their nonsense programming or care to do a stupid TikTok challenge. Engaging with your kids like this has two major benefits. The first is in a more fulfilling upbringing for your kids. What kid wouldn't want to grow up feeling like everything about them mattered to their parents? What kid doesn't want to grow up knowing that their parents value every second that they can get with them? Secondly, it makes for a lot less regrets when all that precious time has long passed. When we have kids, we tend to be hyper-focused on routines and structured schedules, which is perfectly logical and necessary. Kids need structure and definitely need lots of quality sleep. But they just as importantly need unstructured, spontaneous engagement from us as parents. No matter how tiring or stressful our days can often be, our kids still need us beyond the day-to-day. They need those hugs for just a few seconds longer. They need that favorite dessert that takes you a little more effort to make. They need that pep talk you've already given them 3 times this week. They need that one-off late night with you to watch a grown-up movie with. And whether we realize it or not, we need this too. See, we don't often easily realize how precious time is with our kids. Time is linear and unforgiving. What you choose to do or not do with them early in their lives can have an undesirable impact on how life unfolds down the road. How many wish even now that they had value time with their kids more? My daughter's a teenager now. I wish I can go back and spend more time with her than my friends. I was all #YOLO being a young parent, preaching that having kids shouldn't stop us from being young and enjoying the nightlife, but looking back, I didn't need to party that much and could have been spending more time with her, but now it's long gone. I wish I had gone to more games with my son instead of working so much overtime to buy stuff we didn't even need. Sure, life wouldn't have been as lavish if I didn't, but 40 hours was enough and now he's 22. I missed out. Now, I'm not ignorant to the fact that most of us have no choice in less time with our kids. Divorce, stagnant wages, increasing gas and rent prices can put a stranglehold on our ability to go above and beyond no matter how much we'd like to. But wherever and whenever you can, go the extra mile for your kids, even if they're badass, disrespectful little demons. Now, what are some ways that you can engage with your kids without having to break the bank? Let's be real, a lot of us don't have money like that to be able to take our kids to more baseball games or take them to SeaWorld or Disneyland, all the things that we love to do as parents. But the good news is there's a lot of things you can do, like going above and beyond asking your kids how was their day. Be more specific. Ask them questions like, who did you sit next to at gym? Were there any gossip on the bus? Who was best dressed? Who had the freshest hairdo? On a scale between 1 and 10, how was lunch and why? Playtime is really important if your kids are small. Get on the floor with them and play with those toys you worked hard to get them. Even if you do this for just a few minutes, I promise you will see their faces just light up with excitement. If your kids are older, keep an open mind and express even a little genuine curiosity towards whatever it is that interests them, no matter how nonsensical it may be to you. And I promise they will bombard you with information and insights according to their perspective. Things like these, however small, can make a big difference in your long-term relationship with your kids. Think outside the box. These are small little wins that we should be striving for every day. Another aspect is acknowledging when you're wrong and apologizing when you're wrong. This is huge in humanizing yourself to your kids. Putting yourself beyond any reproach in any circumstance can lead to resentment in the future. We all eventually grow up and realize that even the Pope is just a person, like all the rest of us. In contrast, being honest with your kids and acknowledging that you don't always get it right demonstrates the important lesson of humility. Every time I've ever apologized to my kids, I always get a powerful, emotional response from them. And I think it's because they view me as both an authority figure and a beacon of guidance, and are shaken to their core when they witness me switch roles, where I'm apologizing to them and displaying myself in a vulnerable state when it's nearly always the other way around. And lastly, tell your kids that you love them. Tell your kids that you love them. You have no idea how that alone can change everything for a kid. Everything. Every child deserves to hear from their parents how important they are to them. Frequently, every child is a gift and should be cherished today, in the present. So I challenge you right now to go and hug your kids, no matter how old they are, and tell them that you love them. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace.